In today's video, I'm going to be going over my pros and cons of the brand new Samsung Galaxy S26. Stay tuned. All right, everyone, hopefully you guys are having a good day. Hopefully everyone is safe out there. I've had the Galaxy S26 for a few days now, and I think it's finally time to give you guys my pros and cons on this device. So in this video, I'm going to be talking about the things I like about this device so far, and of course, some of the things that I dislike. First and foremost, the first pro about this device, we're going to start off with the pros first, is of course the brand new powerful new chipset that we have inside of here. We of course have the Snapdragon 8 Elite Gen 5 up from the regular Snapdragon 8 Elite that we had in the Galaxy S25. And for the European people out there, we actually get the brand new Exynos 2600. And for both these new chipsets, the Snapdragon 8 Elite Gen 5 and the Exynos 2600, we are going to get superior gaming and artificial intelligence experiences on these devices. And there has been a pretty solid improvement from the last Snapdragon 8 Elite to the Gen 5 one. And for those improvements, we actually have a 20% faster CPU. We also have an improved Adreno GPU, resulting in roughly a 24 to 26% higher benchmark score. And it also brings 35% better power efficiency, but you guys may experience high thermal output under heavy loads on this device. So great to see that we have an increase from the chipset. I was hoping to see something new. Next pro is going to have to be the beautiful display on the Galaxy S26, one of the sexiest displays on any device on the market right now, honestly. Very, very nice punchy colors on here. Of course, we have a 6.3 inch display, LTPO AMOLED display, 120 hertz refresh rate. So we have that adaptive refresh rate on here, up to 2600 nits peak brightness on this, so you guys can use this in direct sunlight outdoors. So this is going to be a good phone for any of the people out there that are spending their time outdoors, whether you guys are hiking, you guys work in construction, doesn't matter what you guys are doing. Beautiful, bright, colorful display on this. You guys are going to enjoy viewing social media, movies, TV shows, all that good stuff on here. It's going to look beautiful. And what's cool is we have a little bit of a bigger display than last year's Galaxy S25. So we have a 6.3 inch display compared to 6.2 inches that we had on the Galaxy S25. I know it's not the biggest increase in the world, but honestly, I do like that it's a little bit bigger. I can tell, especially when you hold this device in your hands, you can absolutely tell if you hold it side by side. Beautiful to see that 6.3 inches. I think that's the sweet spot, honestly. And speaking about sweet spots in these displays, the third pro is going to be this compact build. Absolutely love this compact build. I think 6.3 inches is a sweet spot, honestly. Very, very nice feeling phone. Very premium feeling phone all around. Amazing, amazing build quality on this. But the third pro is going to have to be that this is the most compact and honestly, I feel like the nicest size out of all of the phones. You know, the S26 Plus is going to be a lot bigger than this. So is, of course, the S26 Ultra. That's going to be a behemoth. And even using the S22 Ultra a few years ago, I am glad that I switched to the smaller S25 Plus, which is the phone that I'm currently using right now. But this 6.3 inch phone right here is beautiful. I feel like this is the best size out of all of the phones. So if you guys are looking for that compact build, this is going to be a lot nicer and a lot more pocketable than the S26 Plus and of course the S26 Ultra. Phones have got so big over the last few years. Our next pro is going to be the solid battery upgrade that we're going to be seeing in the Galaxy S26. Of course, we have 4,300 milliamps inside this battery now. So of course, this is going to be an all-day battery for you power users out there. If you are not gaming or doing anything hardcore on there, this is going to definitely get you through your work or school day. On the Galaxy S25, we had a 4,000 milliamp battery, so this is up from about 300 milliamps, as well as getting an upgraded 55% charge in about 30 minutes compared to last year's S25, which only give you about a 50% charge in 30 minutes. I know not the biggest upgrade in the world right here in terms of the charging rate. It's still going to be 25 watts, but it's great to see that we got a minuscule little upgrade right there for anybody who's going to be upgrading from a previous model. Not the Galaxy S25. Honestly, don't think it's time to upgrade if you have the Galaxy S25. Probably not the best thing to do in the world. Obviously, I'm sure a lot of you know that. Our next pro is going to be the long software support we get on the Galaxy S26. Of course, we have Android 16, One UI 8.5, and of course, 7 years of operating system updates. Absolutely loving this One UI 8.5 on here as well. I think it looks really, really nice. Amazing software experience on here. Really do like it. It's kind of looking more stock Android nowadays, honestly. I feel a lot more at home with this operating system than the previous texture packs and the UI that we had previously to this. So yeah, absolutely loving UI 8.5, feeling a lot more like a solid ecosystem, and it's great to see that 7 years of operating system updates on here. We're going to be going well into the 2030s with the Galaxy S26 still getting updates. Crazy stuff right here. And of course, the last pro on this device is going to be the AI features on here. Of course, we have the on-device AI tools with real-time translation. Of course, AI video editing features on here as well. So you guys are going to be able to use all those nice AI features on the Galaxy S26. Finally, getting into the dreaded cons of the Samsung Galaxy S26. First and foremost, the charging is still slower than many competitors at 25 watts. Compared to many Chinese manufacturers out there that can offer 80 to sometimes 120 watts of charging. Samsung, I know you're not trying to kill batteries out here, but you guys are so behind, especially to charge $899 for this device. I know that processors and RAM is extremely expensive right now, but still, for $899, we could have got a better charging experience on this device. 25 watts is something that we still see on mid-range devices, and when you get into budget devices, you can find a faster charging experience on some of Motorola's budget devices. So kind of crazy to see that in 2026, 25 watt charging. We need to do something about that in the future, Samsung. Second con has to be that we have essentially the same camera hardware as the Galaxy S24. And as you guys know, Samsung has been focusing and relying solely on its artificial intelligence instead of hardware for the camera and image improvements. So kind of sad to see. Honestly, I am a fan of DSLR cameras and, hardware in general and swapping out lenses and stuff like that. So I was hoping that we were going to get a nice new sensor on here or a big improvement in the hardware on this device, but it seems to be like artificial intelligence is taking over that. So a little sad to see that for anybody that's super interested in taking photos. Photo nerds specifically. I'm sure the average Samsung demographic that buys Samsung phones is not going to give a crap about this. And the next con on this device has to be that this device has seen a steep price increase from $799 on the Galaxy S25 to $899 now. Now, obviously, we know processors and RAM is a lot more expensive now, so we're going to see higher price tags. Inflation's going crazy as well, but wow, $899 is kind of crazy to see this on this device. So I'm sure a lot of you guys are getting contract deals on this device. You're not paying full price out of pocket for this, but if you are, $899 is kind of steep. I do know that Amazon has a deal going on right now where you can get the 512 gigabyte model, which is beautiful to see for the retail price of this device. So that's something that you guys may want to take a hold of if you are buying this device outright. But I still feel like the price tag is just too dang high for the Galaxy S26 and what it offers. And of course, the last con on this has to do with the cameras, because I am a salty person when it comes to these cameras on here. I don't think they're bad by any means. Honestly, I just feel like they could have added some other features to this. So this is missing a lot of the ultra camera features, or I guess premium phone camera features. So we're not going to have periscope zoom. We're not going to have the 2 megapixel camera that we see in the Ultra on here. I was just hoping for a few more features out of this camera. And of course, that's a camera nerd speaking inside of me, not the average user. I'm sure the average user is absolutely not going to care about this stuff. But I thought I'd just add that con there for the camera nerds out there. Yeah, guys, those are my pros and cons on the brand new Galaxy S26. If you guys have your own pros and your own cons, of course, leave them in the comment section down below. I would love to hear what you guys have to say about this device. Also, are you going to pick up this device? And what phone are you currently using that you want to upgrade to the Galaxy S26? I would love to know. Let me know in the comment section down below. Of course, more videos coming soon on the Galaxy S26, so make sure you hit that subscribe button and the notification bell down below to be notified every time I upload a new video. This has been Safan from TechRight. Peace out, Tech Gang.